Less than a month to go now until we're back to racing at the Glen. And by we, one of our next guests with us here in studio this morning as NASCAR returns to Watkins Glen International August 8th to the 10th. John Hunter Nemechek drives the number 42 for Legacy Motor Club, and Don Burlew, track president, back here for another year. Glad to see both of you. John Hunter, I want to start with you. By the way, this in-season tournament and challenge going on with NASCAR, advancing through that. How would you sum up your season so far?
It's been a pretty decent season for us. There's a couple races that I wish that I could have back, I think, as any driver does when you have such a good car and don't finish where you need to. But overall, it's been a real confidence-building season, not only for myself, but all the men and women at Legacy Motor Club as well. There's been a lot of changes for us. My whole 42 team is completely new to me this year. There's not one single person that was the same as last year in 2024. A lot of personnel changes on the management side. Procedural changes. Everything is new again in 2025. Jimmy is now majority owner of Legacy Motor Club as well, so he's definitely pushing and moving the needle, let's say, fairly quickly and trying to change the culture of the whole place, and it's definitely made a difference so far this year.
Let's talk about the Glen, the track itself, and that weekend. What's your first memory of that? Was it TV, video game?
Video
being
game.
Out there? Yeah.
Video game. I talked about this earlier today. The biggest thing for me when I was a kid, when I was playing video games, racing against my buddies or racing against guys as we were traveling down the road when I was racing late models, Allison Legacy cars, go-karts, everything else, the track that I would always pick was Watkins Glen International. It was a fun racetrack to race. I always had an advantage on those guys from the road course racing side, and I always won, so it was great. But that's probably my earliest memory, as well as just being able to be at track, following my dad around. I used to rip Razor scooters down the hills and play at MRO in the community center and have fun with the other drivers' sons and everyone that was involved at that time.
And Don, it's a huge year, of course. You got the trucks, Xfinity, and Cup, everything else jammed in that weekend. What do you want fans to know?
That we've got something for everybody. You know, our campers will be showing up on Wednesday and Thursday, which we have, about 4,000 campsites, and they'll be pretty full. Then we have camper parties. We've got concerts every night. Of course, we have our racing on Friday, which is with our ARCA and our Craftsman Truck Series. We're also going to slide HSR in there, so Friday will be pretty packed. And then Saturday with HSR and Xfinity as well. So, and then we cap the weekend off with, our Cup Series. So, and in between that, we've got concerts in our Kids Zone, and we've got a pretty good program on Friday for with our NASCAR Foundation for our Pediatrics, which we'll have, I think, a little over 100 kids there for that. So it's a packed weekend, but I do believe that there's something for everyone.
How important is that, trying to find something new as a track and entertainment venue besides the actual sport? But it's, being back in the middle of summer break, to have something for camping is a thing in the Finger Lakes. People love it. And then to come there is how I describe it to people, as a huge festival and camping weekend with some of the racing in between.
It is, actually something that we always do is we'll see people that they'll buy their camping tickets in renewal, and then they'll just kind of wait a little bit to buy their tickets. I'm going to secure my spot and I can get my admission ticket a little later. It just shows that they just want to come and be part of the event that's happening. And I just think that's part of the motorsports in general, is it's a big family affair. And at the Glen, we have made it a big family event. They will come for the weekend, and the access to the drivers throughout the whole weekend. There's a lot of Q&As with the drivers. They're downtown, they're all over the property, and our fans like that. They like to be able to reach out and touch one of them and talk to them, and they do. We talked about, Ty's talked about earlier today how when they move around, they stop and give autographs and talk to the kids. That's our future.
Yeah. How is it? Is there a different feel being at the Glen, that crowd, whenever you go someplace else?
Yeah, for sure. I think everywhere that we go is something different, right? Every crowd is different. Watkins Glen has a very electric vibe, let's say. The fan perspective, everyone building scaffolding down the backstretch, getting into the bus stop. For myself, being able to go out and drive a golf cart around the infield, being able to go watch the truck race, the ARCA race, the Xfinity race from the S's, from the bus stop, wherever it may be. There's always a great crowd. Camping is always sold out for the most part. Kids running around, playing football, the concerts, the Kids Zone. It's a really neat atmosphere to be able to come to. There's not many racetracks that do it like Watkins Glen International, and I'm glad that we're able to be the show on Sunday, but most of all being able to go out and sign autographs at the merch hall or do Q&As and hang out with the fans from that perspective.
I can't wait to see you there. Good luck the rest of it. I renew it in December. Deposits are in.
There you go.
Let's go.
We're excited about that.
That'll be
See,
coming
we
up
got a clap
early
out of John.
August. Yes. First up, though, NASCAR going to the Munster Mile this weekend. Dover Motor Speedway will have Saturday the Xfinity Series race. The Bet Rivers 200 live coverage on the CW begins at 4.